In the quiet town of Umudik, Nigeria, stood the magnificent House of Divine Restoration Church. Every Sunday, thousands gathered to hear the powerful sermons of Pastor Gideon Ease, a man admired for his expensive suits, luxurious cars, and generous donations to the poor. To the public, he was a man of God. But behind his charming smile hid a monster. Years earlier, before becoming a pastor, Gideon had joined a secret criminal cult that promised unlimited wealth and influence. The group's leader gave him one terrifying condition. Every promotion and wealth required innocent blood and stolen destinies. To hide his crimes, Gideon founded a church. The larger his congregation grew, the more victims he had. One by one, mysterious tragedies surrounded him. His wife died suddenly after a strange illness. His younger brother disappeared without a trace. His elderly mother was found dead in her sleep under unexplained circumstances. People called it bad luck, never suspecting that Gideon had sacrificed his own family for money and power. Soon, members of his church also began disappearing. Some who had trusted him with their lives died under mysterious circumstances, while others lost everything they owned after following his fraudulent, miracle investment schemes. Whenever questions arose, Gideon blamed demons, curses, or lack of faith. His greed knew no limits. He visited poor families carrying bags of rice, money, and gifts. People welcomed him with joy, believing he was helping them. Unknown to them, he used every visit to manipulate and exploit vulnerable people for his own gain. Young women who came to him seeking prayers were especially at risk. He falsely claimed that special deliverance rituals were necessary for their healing. Several became victims of sexual assault, but fear and shame kept many silent. The town believed Pastor Gideon was untouchable, until one night. A young investigative journalist named David had lost his sister after she sought counseling from Gideon. Refusing to believe the official explanation, he secretly began collecting evidence. He interviewed former church workers. He gathered financial records. He found hidden cameras. Slowly, the horrifying truth emerged. The respected pastor was not a servant of God, but the leader of a criminal network built on fraud, manipulation, murder, and abuse. David handed everything to a special police task force. For weeks, officers watched Gideon's movements. One rainy Friday night, they followed him to an abandoned forest where members of the criminal group gathered. The police surrounded the area. "Nobody move," shouted the commander. Chaos erupted. Some suspects fled into the darkness. Others surrendered. Pastor Gideon tried to escape, but was caught before reaching his vehicle. During the investigation, officers uncovered hidden documents, large sums of money linked to fraud, and evidence connecting him to multiple murders, disappearances, and sexual assaults. Survivors courageously came forward to tell their stories. The court trial lasted many months. Witness after witness testified. Former church members wept as they described how they had been deceived. Families of the victims finally learned the truth. In the end, the judge declared Gideon guilty on numerous charges, including murder, fraud, and rape. He received multiple life sentences, ensuring he would never again harm another person. House of Divine Restoration Church was closed, and its remaining assets were used to compensate victims where possible. The survivors began rebuilding their lives, while David's investigation became a symbol of courage throughout the country. People in Umudik learned a painful lesson. True faith is not measured by wealth, miracles, or grand buildings, but by honesty, compassion, and justice. Evil can wear a respectable face, but the truth has a way of coming to light, and no crime remains hidden forever.